Hi everyone. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't liked and subscribed, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Today we're just going to kind of give you a little update. Due to certain circumstances, there is a possibility that we are going to move. We're in the process of trying to get something organized for that. So our homestead probably will be on hold for a little while. We're not sure. Hello, 12 Sounds. We're not sure how long. Just depends on how fast we can get something organized for it. We're hoping to find something with a decent amount of land so that, you know, we can still have our animals and stuff. But we're hoping it works out because, like I said, certain circumstances are not working out here. I'm not going to go into details. Thanks, Peggy. Yes. But we are going to try to keep up with it. Well, hope she gets to feeling better, Piggy. I really do. And tell her we said hi. So, you know, but we will continue to do our lives, just kind of keep you updated on Thursdays. Today, most of the day, we've been searching in the area that we want to move to for jobs. And when you try and go through Cherokee help, you know, that's kind of funny thing is they deal with Cherokees and stuff like that as far as jobs. So if you're not Indian, you're on your own finding a job. But something will work out, and but we'll figure out something eventually. But we'll keep you guys posted. So it's gonna, and tomorrow we've got a packed day. It's gonna be doctor's appointments and trying to figure out, you know, if they got anything available as far as housing, and then dropping off applications and probably searching for more places. So it's going to be an early busy day tomorrow. So we might keep this short. But, you know, we're glad that y'all have showed up and, you know, that you can make it. Yes, Piggy, it would. But when that might be a little difficult due to my one-track mind, because I tend to focus on one thing and one thing only that I'm doing. So I'm not going to remember to document it, unfortunately, especially with things like that, because I guess you could say I'm hyper-focused on it. Hello, Pooch. Glad you can come in. Yes, Piggy, there are priorities. We do apologize. Well, maybe so, because, you know, once I put my mind to it, that's what I'm focused on. But that, you know, that's just the way I am, you know. But, you know, there's no harm in it. At least I don't think there is, unless your one-track mind gets you in trouble. But we'll try and document what we can as soon as we get everything, is like the job and the housing settled. It might be a little easier to document it because we can record us, you know, packing things and say, you know, this is where we're moving to. Because we don't know that we're going to find something in the area that we want, but we're hoping to.
And to 12 Stone, we'll do what we can do to debrief and updating y'all.
Yes.
John Wick, it's glad to see you joining our live.
Yeah, good to see you. So, you know, that's kind of the latest. We still do we told you in the last live we lost our chickens and our guineas, unfortunately, so we don't have to. I know it's kind of sad, but we don't have to worry about them. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to temporarily rehouse my rabbits. Unfortunately, a relative of mine is willing to keep them for me until I am able to bring them over to where we're at, if we find a place. The dogs might be a little bit harder because one does better with the other, and only one of the two, well, 3 out of the 4 are certified. So, but like I said, the one dog does better with the other one that's not certified, so we want to keep them together. Again, until we can bring them over to where we're at. That may be a while because it's going to have to be something, what we can get when we can get it. And the animals are just going to have to be temporary rehomed through family and friends, just kind of keep an eye on feeding them for us and, things like that until we are able to bring them over. Must have missed the comment, John.
Now you never know. He might be on Netflix for long.
If that's what he meant by that comment, he might have meant something Pooch said.
or Hulu.
Yeah, you never know nowadays. So that's kind of the update for that. We're hoping it's not going to be too long. We're hoping to get things sorted out pretty fast so that our family is settled and everybody's just kind of more relaxed. It's kind of been a stressful environment, which has been kind of causing a lot of headaches with me due to the stress. And I guess I'm prone to headaches, but it has not been as bad as they are currently, because it seems like it doesn't go away and it's just constant. And I noticed it started when my stress levels got higher, and I'm trying to get my stress levels down. Even Teddy has been stressed out with some things, and he has gotten a few headaches himself, and we're trying to prevent him having another mini seizure. At one point, he had a mini seizure on me due to stress, and we're trying to prevent that happening again so that does not happen again. And so we're hoping for the best with that. But the garden, unfortunately, is not doing too good due to some little black bugs, squash bugs, and the heat. And as we had told you before, we had some water lines break. So that's not helping the fact that we can't water them very good.
We use a 2 5-gallon buckets.
So we have to bring them inside, fill them up in the tub, and then take them back out multiple times in water. Yep. What I can get to survive anyway. Because the corn, I think
corn didn't do so good this year.
Yeah, it pretty much burnt. And we had one come off of it, but the bugs ate the crap out of that one. Then I think I got 2 squash plants. They're doing okay, but squash bugs and black bugs found them. So I don't know how much longer I'll have those. Green beans produced a little bit, but I don't know if it was the time of season or if it's just the heat or what got them. It's some of my plants didn't even grow after I replanted them. We got about half the cucumbers we planted,
and we got 1 okra that.
Yeah, one out of all the okra we planted, only 1 sprouted, and we got 2 okra off of it.
Yeah.
And so, but my habaneros, my scorpion peppers, my
Ghost peppers.
Ghost peppers haven't produced anything yet. There are some buds and it's like itty bitty ones. And then my bell peppers. My peppers have done okay, except for maybe the ghost pepper. Like I said, they're a little bit behind. I just don't know if they're no, Allison. He's not allowed to touch this just yet. They're not ready.
They're not. They'll be ready in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they'll be ready in a couple weeks. And then I can't say the same for him. He might, as much as he likes those bread and butter pickles, he might eat them all again.
I eat those bread and butter pickles like candy.
So if you want to jar also, you might as well come get one before he takes them all, eats them all. Well, it's kind of hard to hook the garden hose up to the kitchen sink because you got to go around a wall and through a door and.
Yeah, our kitchen sinks towards the back of the house, and our garden's in front of the house. So yeah.
I wouldn't, Allison, but unfortunately, he tends to sniff them out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get in trouble for hiding them. And yes, Piggy, they are. I did find out there are different recipes to bread and butter pickles, but we found one in particular that we like the best. So I made two different types at one time, or two different recipes. And we liked one because it was a little bit sweeter and it was actually crunchier than the other one, even though both of them called to cook them a little bit so you can kind of get the juices in them. But I'm currently working on getting crispier, but it's a work in progress.
The Amish bread and butter pickles are delicious.
Yeah, I found an Amish recipe in a cookbook I have, and so I was like, well, he likes bread and butter pickles. He didn't remember the recipe he made in 2019, which is about 3 years ago. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't know. You want bread and butter pickle song? I found this one, and I found this. Excuse me, got to take it. And I made two different ones. One had a little bit more than the other, just because of what the recipe called for. But we found out between tasting the two that we liked one better than the other. So we're like, okay, we'll go with this one. And he actually liked that one better than one he made. Mm-hmm. So I guess I got stuck with making the pickles now. We just need some more pickling cucumbers. So. Well, yeah, it depends on the recipe too and how sweet you like things too. That's another thing. If you like really sweet things, then yeah, they're good. If you like mildly sweet, you might want to go with one of the other recipes, like one that Teddy doesn't care for very much.
12 Stone Ranch. Those pickles they are amazing.
They're very good. Hopefully, we'll have more pickling cucumbers next year, and we'll be able to do more pickling. But our cucumbers are doing okay. They're just not producing enough to do a whole lot due to the weather. It's been really, really hot and dry. We have gotten some rain the last couple of days, but it's not going to be enough to revive everything. Like I said, the ones that are doing okay, like the few cucumber plants we have, and the peppers and tomatoes are doing okay too. Things like that will probably survive, but as far as the rest of it, my lettuce, my spinach, I haven't really checked the carrots. They got the green tops, but anytime I've pulled up a couple, they're like just a root basically. They're not the actual carrot yet, so I don't know if they might not be right. Well, you go get you some pickles.
And even talking about pickles makes me want pickles.
I know he's gonna be bugging me later. Are they ready? Are they ready? I'm like, just get the other ones. And he's kind of like, I don't like those. I already know the conversation is going to happen just because of the fact that he doesn't care for the other ones as much as he likes the Amish ones. And that's kind of funny in a way, but you know, hey, the other ones still got to be eaten too. It's, you know, just because they're not the way he likes them doesn't mean they're not edible. And hopefully, you know, maybe when we get a little bit suited for them and get more pickles, maybe we'll do a giveaway with them or something, you know, like, you know, a numbers game, or I don't know how to do the roll one that like MT Homestead does when they do their giveaways, where right, you put in like hashtag coffee or whatever is the what to run the prize, and it rotates between the people that are on there and have put that in, and then stops at a person. I don't know how to do that one yet. We're still learning about some of the features and things like that. So it might be a little, so it might we have to do like pick a number. What color am I thinking of? Or pick a number between 1 and 50 or something like that in order to obtain them, and then we can send them to you. We don't know when that's going to be, but we'll think of something. I know quite a few people do that, but we are a smaller channel, so it's a little harder for us to do it right now. But you know, we'll eventually get a little bit bigger in time. I know it takes time, and you know, with so many other homesteading channels out there, it's kind of like, okay, well, which homesteading channel do I like? Well, I like this one better than that one, or oh, I've never heard of that one. You know, cases like that. So, but hey, it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. You know,
we're all family out in this.
Exactly, we're all family, and you know, we just pretty much do it just because, you know, it helps us pass some time, and we are doing for the fun of it, basically. So, you know, I feel like I'm missing some comments. I don't know if it's stopped or if
yeah, we can.
I feel like I missed somebody's comment. I'm not sure. Maybe we didn't. I'm not sure. Yeah, we didn't. Oh, okay. Okay, so apparently I didn't. Okay. That's good. Okay, maybe that's the case, Piggy. You know, that it can happen like that sometimes too, you know, where everybody just stops and wants to listen. But hey, that's okay too. You know, we don't have a problem with it. Hello, you wanna say hi, Izzy? Huh? You wanna say hello? Huh? You wanna say hello? You say hello? This is Miss Izzy. She's the one that was in the cast. Got hit by a car and had to be in the cast for quite a while. She's finally out, and she walks pretty good on it. She's able to run, but she still has a little bit of a limp on it, so it's a work in progress. She's our baby girl. Yeah. I love you too. She had to pop in and say hello, apparently. Yes, Allison. She's one of them, huh? Well, you know, Pig, I think you're right, because he said something about going to the fridge for pickles. I wonder if he's able to find any in his fridge. You gonna speak to him, Izzy? Huh? You gonna speak to him? Uh-oh, I got just one over here too. You're a big dog.
Big dog?
Okay. He was over here, over on my other side, pawing at me. Might be having trouble jumping. Come on, Isabel. This is baby dog right here. Or does he, John? Well, glad you found you some pickles then. Glad you found you some pickles, John. I mean, even I know it was a real bad craving when I was pregnant with my son. All I really wanted was pickles and carrots. So anytime I was out, I had to send Teddy.
And Moody.
Hey. But anytime I was out, I had to send him to the store. Go get me some carrots. Go get me some pickles. So we had to keep pickles and carrots in the house. And most everybody craves one or the other or some other weird thing. But for some reason, mine was pickles and carrots. We're not sure. We're trying to go through the Cherokees to find some housing or Indians anyway, because my husband's native and so is my son. But we're just kind of wanting to find something, even if it's just temporary, like a apartment or something, until we can get something a little bit better. Just to kind to make things a little easier on everybody, but we don't know when or where that was to be, because they have given us 7 days to find a job and to find housing. So we have to find 2 within the 7 days. If not, we probably have to renew or find a different route.
Piggy, I will consider that. Next time I gotta give her, throw her a dark chocolate milk. What is it, Milky Way?
Midnight.
The midnight chocolate bar. I have to keep on hand when she gets it there.
Piggy, he had a hand in that. It doesn't take one to make a person pregnant. It takes 2. So he can deny it tooth and nail, but he had a hand in that.
But yeah, Pooch, we really don't know just yet when that would be. But yeah, we'll let you know when that would be on it.
Yeah, we just don't know the time frame. Like I said, we'll try and keep you updated. Currently, like I said, I've been filling out applications today. Some of the places are online, which kind of drives me crazy because I unfortunately cannot navigate them very well, and it winds up taking me to another page because it says apply here and then it go to a totally different page. That's why I don't like the
digital,
the online ones.
Yeah.
I mean, what was wrong with good old-fashioned paper applications? Walk in and say, hey, can I get an application? Or do you have any applications? Something like that, to that effect. Very few places nowadays have the paper. Most of them are the online ones, which kind of stays on my part. But hopefully I'll get through it and we'll be able to find something. But it's going to be, because I'm trying to find a job in that, like I said, the area that we want. But it is going to take some time. We're just have to be as patient as we can, even though it's more stressful in a way. So we'll be be doing that for the next few days, and if we don't make it within the 7 days, we may have to renew it and try again. Because I think they give us still at the 10th. They gave us
till the 10th of.
Yes, and I'm having a bit of an issue with my Social Security card. I sent it in for some other paperwork, and unfortunately, they did not send it back to me. So now I'm gonna have to call them to have them send it back or issue me a new one. So yeah, when I changed my name on it, they sent all the paperwork back except for the old Social Security card because that one was not valid anymore. But when I got the new one and had to send it in for some different paperwork, they did not send it back, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of them to get it to help, with finding these jobs and things so that I can prove who I am. I mean, I don't want them thinking I'm some Susie Q down the road. But so I gotta get a hold of them too. And tomorrow, while we're in Tahlequah, we're gonna go see if we can't, like I said, see if they have anything available. Like I said, preferably something that is pet friendly or something that we can work with and then come. But like I said, the ones are 2 of them are AESA approved, and another one is
an emotional therapy,
emotional support dog, and but still, people, if they say no pets, they're obligated to abide by the law and still let you keep them, but they don't like to. They still fight you on it. So we'll just have to see how everything goes. And like I said, I'm temporarily rehousing my rabbits just so that I know that they're taken care of while I'm gone until I can get them come get them. And we're hoping that won't be too long, just for the animals' sake, because they're used to us being home. Like Izzy has gotten to where she does not want to go out at all
without us,
unless we're home. And baby dog, he goes out whenever he feels like it. We'll try not to, but with everything that's going on, it is kind of hard not to get overwhelmed. But we appreciate the prayers, baby. We do. And it really is, because they don't make it easy. Now, if you are Indian and you have your card, they're more liable to help you. But due to certain circumstances in our relationship, I have to be the one that has the job, and they don't, like I said, since I'm not Indian, they don't work with me very well with it, because I am not Indian. Not that I know of, at least. That's a whole nother story. And it's like you have to have this before you can get this, and then they're like, well, you need this before you can get this, and it's like, okay, so they kind of collide in a way, and it's like, okay, well, shoot, which direction do I go? So we're trying to do both at the same time and kill 2 birds with 1 stone in a way, so we can find out something. But it's going to be a little bit of time, and like I said, we'll try and keep y'all updated on Thursdays. So for now, we are here, and that animals are here, but there's going to be a little bit of a change until we get something sorted out. we do apologize for the inconvenience. But you know, I will continue to do my soaps and my sugar scrubs and things like that. So if anybody's interested, you know, you can find us on Facebook, or you know, just email us and say, hey, you want some. Thanks, Piggy. I hope so too. But when you got a certain time frame and you have doctor's appointments on top of that, and you know, you gotta fight to get your social security card back because they didn't send it back, and it just kind of yeah, it's just, so it's kind of crazy because it's like, okay, I need the card so I can prove who I am. I need the job to get the housing. I need the housing to, and the job to get this and that. You know, it's just like, okay, it's just like, it can explode your mind in a way. Okay, Allison, I still got 2 others to make. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to them just because of the craziness right now, but I will try and get you one as soon as, well, you got to let me know what smell you want too. I know you like a few of them, and you said you liked one better than the other, so you just got to let me know which one you want and what size, since I do have 2 different sizes. Yes, full blown, you know, that's what they're supposed to do, but unfortunately it works both ways, and they do tend, which I can understand, they do tend to take care of their elders first. So if an elder comes in front of us and wants something, they tend to get it, which is understandable, because you know, the older folks do need to be taken care of. I understand that. And no, Piggy, no, that's not how they do it. It's a load of crazy. And I'm I'm slowly figuring that out myself.
But yeah, they normally start with like the elders, then they work their way down
to the younger ones.
To the young ones.
Which, like,
that goes to from Cherokee to Creek to Seminole to any type of tribe. It starts with the elders,
which is fine. There's no problem with that. But yeah, Allison, if you'll let me know what scent you want, what size, I will get that to you as soon as possible. Or, of course, you know me, so you can always come get it if you need to. But like I said, I have 2 other scrubs to make. I have a salt scrub and a sugar scrub to make also. So, but yeah, just let me know on that one. And I gotta go back and see what size they wanted too. Well, you know, everybody has the way that they work things. It doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. It just, some of it works and some of it don't. It's just how things are. But we'll, you know, keep y'all updated and see what we can do to keep going. It's just going to be a little cramped for a while, I guess, in a way. Like a clown car in a way. Yep. You know how the clowns just kind of pile in, and then all of a sudden one gets out, and all of a sudden you see a whole army of them get out of this one little itty bitty car. You're like, how in the heck they fit in there?
We do appreciate
Yes.
it, Piggy.
Yes, we do. We do appreciate that. And we'll, like I said, we'll get it sorted out. It's just gonna take some time. And but yeah. Yeah, John. Yeah, you kind of got to go by their rules if you want to go through them to get the help you want. It's just how things go. Play by the rules.
Yep.
Just like basketball and baseball and all them. They have their rules. You don't follow the rules. Bye bye. See you later. Come back when you can follow the rules. So, but it is what it is. But,
But
if any of you guys got any questions,
if you guys got any questions,
feel free to ask. We don't mind. And like I said, I already know Allison wants one. She's got to get, like I said, she just got to get with me. If y'all want any soaps or scrubs, just let me know. You can email us. The email is on the about part of our page. And then I can get, just, I do make original lye soap. I don't know if any of you all know that, but I do make original lye. Can brighten your laundry, get rid of poison ivy supposedly, and some people just like it just because it gets rid of grease and stuff better, and some people don't like it at all. It just depends on the person. I mean, I do make other ones besides that one. I do have a variety of smells that I use. I mean, it's kind of hard to keep up with them all, really. And the last one I got was a peach mango.
Mm-hmm.
And that was for our peach festival. Yes, John Squeaky Wheels gets the grease. Keep yeah. Well, Pooch, sometimes you have to play by her rules, because sometimes them rules will keep you together a little bit longer. Unfortunately, this one don't like it, 'cause when he has to follow mine, getting him to take medicine for a fever or cold or allergies or anything like that, yeah. It's like I have to hold him down and just shove it down his throat.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't do is taking medicine.
Sometimes it makes you feel better, but I mean, until I can find a old herbal remedy to help with stuff like that, then yeah, you gotta go with the.
And two, Pooch, when you was talking on your life about iced tea, I gotta go make me some iced sweet tea. That makes us, Pooch, if you like to sit on the front porch, that makes us porch honkies.
In case y'all didn't know, then it's a song called Porch Honky. And John, you're right. Mama ain't happy, nobody happy. Kind of goes the same for the little one, because little man ain't happy, mom and dad ain't happy either. Because they trying to figure out what can make him feel better. So it kind of goes two ways in a way. Well, yep, he done made him some tea. He'll be back over here shortly. He loves that sweet tea. If I don't keep it in the fridge, I tend to get in trouble.
Some good old class of iced sweet tea.
Well, I don't think anybody does. I don't take it unless I absolutely have to.
With me, I'm more into the old remedies and stuff like that.
Well, I have some more research to do on that before I can get into.
One of the remedies that you can buy at Tractor Supply or at Orscheln's, places like that.
Where you can get your supplies for your livestock, basically. It's a horse laminate. He uses in his hand for his arthritis after he broke his hand, and that helps relieve the pain in his hand. And it's an older remedy. It's generally used for horses, for those of you who are homesteaders or farmers. So y'all will know what it is, but there are a few that don't. But he uses that on his hand.
Good old veterinarian
Horse liniment.
Liniment is good for like joint pains and muscle pain.
Well, Pooch, you can also do a half and half too on the tea. That'll help. And then you just kind of gradually work it down, and do half sweet. Start with like half sweet, half unsweet, and then make it more unsweetened than it is sweet, and just kind of work your way to unsweetened tea. But yeah, in order for me to do more of the home remedies for like headaches and stuff like that, I've got to do some more research. I know it's certain plants and herbs help with different things, so it's just going to be doing my research to figure out what helps with what. I do know a little bit of them, like lavender's more of a calming for like anxiety, nerves, and things like that. But that's, it will take time and progress on it. It's a little bit at a time. Well, if you like taking medications, you're just along the lines of the doctor if you actually like taking them. Because that's basically what they do. They'll prescribe stuff just to get more money, which sadly, and like I said, I only take them unless I absolutely don't take them unless I absolutely have to. Teddy will fight me more on it. Like I said, it's like I have to tackle him and just shove it down his throat.
Yeah, that's medicine. Nah, not those big old giant ones they give you that we call horse pills.
Well, I guess that's another way to do it, John. That's another way to drink tea. What's it? That's kind of close to what they call an Arnold Palmer, which is half lemonade, half tea, or a variation of the sort, or a third lemonade and the rest tea. It's just kind of, yeah. And I guess you can do Arnold Palmer that way too. I mean, that's just what some folks in Oklahoma call them when it comes to like the half and half tea, half lemonade type stuff. First time I heard that, I kind of looked at the customer like, what the heck is that? I know. Sadly, they had to explain it to me. But I learned what it was, and so anytime I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. And that's what they're talking about. And then it was just finding out whether they wanted the sweet or unsweet tea. I mean, most of the time it's unsweet tea, but it depends on the person, really. Pooch, I'm kind of like you with the coffee, with you like yours, your tea. I've got to have my coffee every day. If I don't, my headaches get worse. So I've got to have at least one cup of coffee a day. very, very, very least. Coffee's not the best thing, but it's not the worst thing for you either.
It stunts your growth.
Yeah, that's not the case. My parents told me that, and I still grew. But so don't necessarily believe that one. And everybody has their variations. Like some people do like a whiskey and a Coke or something like that, or brandy and Coke. Everybody has their variations of drinks that they like. Um, it just kind of depends on the person, really, and what the person likes. Some people are just not interested in all that stuff. It's just kind of everybody has their own way of doing it. Pooch, if we try to wake up that early, but due to the fact that I'm up and down most of the night with our son, I tend to fall back asleep.
When I used to do custom baling through the summer, I always had to get up early and get everything ready to bale some hay during the summer months. And it since I was mostly the right hand man, I only had to mow and rake and sometimes bale, but mostly rake and bale and clean the baler. And that's when I normally wake up to help clean the baler off for the day's work.
Well, yeah, and then when I was working at one place, we'd get up at 4:30 in the morning and leave here to be there by 7. Yeah, 7. So that was just too far of a drive, so that job didn't really work out. Just because it was too far, and with the car troubles we've had, and gas prices going up, it was not worth it. So it just, one of those things you have to decide is it worth it to go this far, to get up this early every morning to make it on time? Is it worth it with all the car trouble? Am I going to have to be worried about the car breaking down on me any minute in the middle of the highway trying to get there? But generally we're up around, 7?
Yeah. Normally I'm always up around 6:30.
He's up a little bit earlier than I am, but he doesn't get up and down with the baby like I do. So.
And I'm one of those ones that likes to go to bed early and wake up early.
I tend to go to bed a little bit later, but that's just, I've been that way quite a while. Generally, I'm normally used to waking up about 7. Hello, Blendon. I'm glad you can make it.
That did. You can make it too. Yep.
But even on this train of thought, been happening a lot here lately. Try and say something to Teddy or something, and then just like, wait, what was I gonna say? I try to get up, but like I said, due to the fact that I'm up and down with the baby through the night, it's a little harder for me to get up as early as he does. So, I think last night we got maybe an hour of sleep, maybe less.
Yeah, maybe less.
Because we just couldn't sleep. Maybe we've actually blown when it slept that last night. Maybe not all the way through, but he slept more than we did. But he needs it more than we do anyway. Well, Biggie, if it works for you, then go for it.
And two, and
Yeah.
two, Pooch, what they say, early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, typically they do, you know.
Yeah, early bird always gets the worm.
But I've never been much of a morning person, so
She,
I tend to be the bear.
she's the night owl.
Yeah, I tend to be the bear in the mornings. But so that's why he's like, he doesn't bother me too much because he knows I can be real crabby, especially if
If I wake her up, she has a, did you make coffee yet?
yeah, he's my coffee maker. Sometimes he makes me make it myself, which hey, he makes better coffee. That's why he's a coffee maker. Yeah, he don't drink it, but he makes better coffee than I do.
And I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah, so but like this morning, I had to make my own coffee. He didn't do it. I had to do it. We'll see. We'll see about tomorrow morning if he makes my coffee.
Yeah, if I remember to make coffee.
And sometimes he won't even do it until I start making it, and then also he's moving me out of the way to make the coffee.
Her coffee tastes more like water.
Pretty nice. But oh, the girls are out at the end. Press them around. I heard some noise behind me. It looked like two girls were playing. Izzy and her sister. But of course, two of them are outside because they're bigger and the house is small. So having 5 dogs total in the house, yeah, it's hard enough with the two girls because they get rambunctious. I had to get on to them the other day for almost trampling the baby while playing because he was in the floor playing with his boys on his little mat, and they kind of all of a sudden came over there wrestling around and being rowdy and stuff. So I had to make him cut it out, send him outside for a while, get some of that energy out. But with this heat, even the dogs don't want to be outside, which I don't blame them. Especially one because she's all black, pretty much. She's got a little bit of brown on her, but she's all black on. So it makes her even worse than Izzy because of the fact that she's so dark in color. You see what I see what Piggy's getting?
Yeah, I need to start doing that a lot more.
Yeah. So we'll see how things go and see how things progress. But we're gonna have to get off of here because I still gotta make supper.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna be hangry on me if I don't get it made soon.
Be sitting over here saying, "Where's food?"
Oh yeah, dinner ready yet? How long you got? How long you be? By the time I have like 2 minutes to being done, and he runs off, and I'm like, I'll tell him dinner's about ready, and then as soon as he walks off, it's ready. He's like, I just sat down. I was like, I told you it wasn't going to be very long. I guess standing there watching me makes it go by faster or something. And then when he finally gets tired of watching me, he'll go to the room or something, or go watch TV or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. We try to use that trick, Piggy, but sometimes we've done that a couple times and overfilled the water part of it. Because
And it goes all over
all the
everywhere.
counter and everything. Because we forgot that we filled it up the night before. I guess you could say we're very forgetful.
Mm-hmm.
We don't try to be, but so he might be able to put the grounds in the night before, but he's gonna have to hold off on the water until the next morning. That way we don't want to fill the coffee pot.
If I ever drink coffee, it'd be the cowboy coffee over an open fire. And
that's the best right there. You can make coffee over an open fire. I'd have that coffee any day. Some of them you can, but I find that they tend not to make when your electric goes out or something like that. So the ones that are on a timer don't always work, especially if you're having thunderstorms or power surges or something like that. They do tend to kind of delay, or if you, and sometimes they're not clear on the AM PM. So if you set it for like 4 o'clock, you're thinking you set it for 4 a.m. and it makes it 4 p.m. So yeah, they mean. Yes, Piggy, you're right. It does have an overflow hole in the back, but a lot of times when you wake up in the morning, you're not quite awake, and you go to make it. You don't remember that you poured the water in there the night before, and it could already be to that line, and then all of a sudden you start pouring in more, and it starts overflowing because you don't remember that you put the water in the night before, and you're just not paying attention, I guess, in a way, because you're not awake. It's a little hard to hear my coffee maker. It doesn't make, you can't always hear it go off now on my Keurig. That was a little different, but it got a bit of an issue. I don't like to brew half the time, so I don't hardly use that one anymore. Bacon, okay, so put some bacon in a coffee pot and you'll get up for sure.
or
no, the bacon, he gets it to smell bacon. That's him.
you know what else would be messed up if it's a joke. It's not really a joke. It's by a comedian called Red Fox. He tells us God, the fart. God created the fart, and if he put a smell to it to make it smell like breakfast, and if somebody pooted of a mornings, somebody thinks breakfast is ready.
I really don't even know what you mean by that, dear, but okay. I don't blame you, Piggy. I wouldn't want to be cooked either. So I guess you better stay out of the hunter's way in a way. Hide in your little mud hole somewhere where no hunters can find you. I mean, that's what I'd do. I think I'd be hiding in a hole if I didn't want to be cooked. Yeah, guys can be that way. We actually have a person outside of town that has some ostriches.
No, they're not ostriches. They're emus.
Emus, excuse me. But me and Teddy will, every time that we drive that way, we'll look and like see if we can find them. Who can find the emu? That's a game we play. Who can find the emu? Because there's 2 of them, and sometimes you'll see one, or you see both, or you don't see them at all. So it's like Where are they, and who finds them first?
And to the pooch should be go to the movies and let one of those silent ones out and watch everybody scatter. Or let one out and let one out and blame it on the dogs.
You tend to blame it on the boy.
I'm more blaming it on our little one.
Yeah, he'll pass gas and he'll blame it on the boy. Of course, here lately, that kid's been booting like an adult. So it's like, but that came out of that little guy. And sometimes it's Teddy just blaming the boy. Yeah, those can. Yeah, that could make it pretty ripe for one. So convenient with this one. All you have to do is feed this. He's got beans, and woo, he's floating the covers. Yes, full blown. It can be, yes, very much so. Um, everybody has their own superpower, I guess, in a way, or should I say, stink power? Just depends on what you choose for a weapon. Well, that's okay. See, if I wouldn't been grown up for a bunch of boy cousins, and then like to play their who could stink you out games and things like that. Yeah, I mean it doesn't. That's why it doesn't bother me. Some women are like, "Yeah, don't fight around me," But it is what it is. Everybody does it.
Now I gotta go get me some more sweet tea.
Whether or not we admit it, yes, even women, unfortunately. But everybody does it. It's just the way humans are made. Certain foods make you pass gas. I believe I hear Blue going off. One of our dogs is currently barking like crazy, which indicates something is out there, or there's something out there he's not liking. So Teddy went to go check that out to see what he was barking at. Yes, this pig it is. It is a part of life. It really is. And that's why I'm not too picky about it. Unlike some women, not every woman's that way, but there are some. But like I said, everybody does it. Part of life. That has happened a few times. I've had a relative do it in church, and they would blame me, or sometimes it would be somebody behind us or in front of us, and then they ask me if I did it. I'm like, no, because it wasn't me. If it was me, then I kind of tend to give myself away, but just because sometimes you have to keep up with the boys just to pay them back when they want to make you smell theirs. I know that's kind of sad, but oh, John. Eileen sees that she gonna get you. Yeah. Yeah, everybody knows that one. Just blame it on the person next to you or behind you or something, you know. Trying one being the one being cut. And you know what's pretty bad too is that like you'll walk somebody past somebody in the grocery store and then um they let one loose and you happen to walk right behind them. and then and then they look at you like you did it. And it's like, oh, that came from you, not me. Or another trick is let one loose in one aisle and then go 2 or 3 aisles down so nobody knows it's you.
Or do it in church. No, not in church. At the movie theater, and watch everybody scatter.
Yep. Well, you know, piggies. Like I said, sometimes women have to tend to keep up with you men on letting it loose. Um, because there, like I said, there's times that I get gassy, and yeah, I tend to. Sometimes I tend to speak him out, and he's complaining at me. But like I said, it's normal. It's part of life. Everybody does it, you know. But some people are more of, you know, hide in the bathroom and do it as best you can. But there's times that you know your body just lets loose anyway. So you know that's why, like I said, my cousins wanting to fart in my face and stuff when I was younger, thinking it's funny. I guess you know it doesn't really bother me. Well, you know, some people think it's gross for a woman to do it, and they think that women shouldn't fart
No,
or pass gas.
see, let me tell you, women, they do not fart, they poop.
Oh, I had chalk someone's dad, but you can make it.
Listen here, gentlemen. If you hear a woman poop twice, scatter.
Uh oh. Like that could be kind of scary. You might blow yourself up full blown. Hey. Well, you know, everybody has their opinion on that. And that's okay. You know, like I said, bothers some men for a woman and bothers some women for a man to pass gas. But like I said, we're all people. We all do it. Did you find out what Blue was barking at?
It was the two girls
Oh.
barking at that teddy bear at the window.
Oh. I guess they seen the giant teddy bear in the window and thought it was somebody standing there that shouldn't be there. So they were on guard and going to attack the teddy bear from outside. But you know, blue healers tend to sound alike. So, and we've got we own 2, but we technically have 3. Um, but they all kind of sound similar except for like coonhounds. I know coonhounds, they sound a bit different than the other. But yeah.
Yeah, coonhounds, they got you can tell if they're just barking or if they are treed.
The type of bark is different.
They're more of a like a like brr, or like something like that, but more longer.
Yeah, the bark is is a little bit longer than if they're just barking at something. They're barking at something. It's just more of a bark, 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 bark. Like a normal dog.
And if you go with friends that have dogs as well, you can tell between yours and theirs just by the way they bark.
Yeah, it took me a little bit when he had little Ann, also to tell the difference between them because I thought it was one or the other. I always got it wrong until I learned the difference between the two. But you'll learn the difference between them.
Yeah, I do, Peach.
Yeah, he tends to put too big of a chew, and it's always visible. Always, it's his trademark when it comes to chewing.
And two though, Pooch.
He don't need that big of a chew. He don't need this stuff at all. He just quit. You guys gotta tell him to quit that stuff.
And two though, Pooch, I carry me a tub around.
Yeah, he does. Like I said, he don't need that. He needs to get rid of it. Bad habit. Yeah. Well, 12 stones, uh, it kind of looks that way, but I guarantee you the evidence is going to say a chew. I mean, I can smack him right here for you.
No. No. No.
He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Hey, sister.
Bunch of and two Pooch, a bunch of us around here where we're at. There's a side dip.
Yeah, there's quite a few folks that do, but it's not. It's like smoking way. It's not healthy for you. It has its own different set of problems than smoking does.
And though too, Pooch, if you lived in the east part of Texas, close to the New Orleans and Texas state lines, Louisiana is tobacco there is cheaper than Texas.
And aw, Piggy, you sure you don't want me to beat him up for you? Because I'll gladly beat him up for you. Nah, I love him. He might be a pain sometimes, but I still love him. And I was just joking. We're not that violent.
No.
Might wrestle around a little bit sometimes just for the fun of it, but we just do all fun and games. But yeah, we do love each other. Who said we're gonna make up? It might just be a beating.
I blame it all on her. And she's gonna blame it on the dogs.
The dogs got angry with him, chewed him up. Yeah, like I said, I'm just playing with y'all. I wouldn't do that to him. I'm not typically a violent person. Hey, baby girl. I'm not typically a violent person, but I will defend myself if I have to. Laughing so hard it made me cough. Sorry about that. And Piggy, we even if we did make up, we wouldn't show it on here, because like you said, nobody needs to see that. And I don't think we want anybody to see that.
Mm-mm.
Unless you mean a kiss like this. That kind of make it up. That's fine. What is it, baby girl? Huh? What, you gonna say hello again? Huh? Izzy's back over here beside me, pawing for attention. She likes her attention. And that one you just seen head, that's Sissy. She's the sister to Izzy. She's the one that gets a little more hot in the summertime because of her color. Yes, Piggy, it would be, but no, we didn't forget about the camera. And like you said, nobody needs to see that. And plus, I might get in trouble for beating him up anyway. I might get the law called on me. But like I said, I'm not typically a violent one, but I will defend myself if it comes to it. I was just playing around, joking. John, that would be a channel, Pooch and Piggy Show.
Call it the Pooch and Piggy Show.
Yep.
And too, though, Pooch, when you said you guys had wildfires down there where you're at, we've been thinking about you guys a lot. So if it had, wondering if it got close to your guys' place or not and stuff.
And you said you thought your guys' house was on fire one day because they were so close. How is that going with the containment of the wildfires down there? Or do you know? We got looking for attention here. The girls are.
I gotta go check the dogs outside.
They're going off again, but the girls are inside this time, so that one kind of sounds like the end now. Isabel, stay. Yes, I used her full name. So, but yeah. Well, hopefully y'all do make it to Texas. Good grief, you two settle down. These girls are wound up. But y'all have fun in Texas when y'all go. Unfortunately, we're not able to make it just because we got a lot going on and funds and things like that. So when the checkbook says nope, you gotta stay home. But that's okay. There'll be other ones later on, and well, that would be a good collaboration. Just if y'all could think of something and get together on a time and to do it, So I mean, that's like I said, there's nothing wrong with doing collaborations with another channel, and coming up with the channel together. Just gonna be telling if y'all both have time, and wish y'all luck with it. Oh, you won't be coming back here, huh? Well, there's nothing wrong with living in Texas. At least you be by a Pooch. Pooch lives in Texas, I believe, if I remember correctly. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Piggy. You know, come with the plans now, and then when you get to actually get to it, then you'll be ready. Nothing wrong with that. You figure it out. You must have smelled the coon or something. Blue, what are you going off about?
Didn't see nothing.
I never would know Blue. He's still learning. He's still young. He's about a year old, so you know how the younger dogs are. They kind of bark for nothing, and even though Izzy's younger than Blue, you know, but she still barks for somewhat of a reason. Normally it's because there's a critter in the yard or whatever, or in tonight's instance, a big old teddy bear in the window. Of course, I had walked up from getting the mail here a while back, and Sissy was barking at me thinking I was an intruder coming up the driveway because it's on a bit of a hill. So until she knew could see me and hear me, she didn't she thought I was an intruder. So well, you know, everybody feels there's people that like living there and people that don't. You know, and if you don't like living there, find someplace you do.
That's like me here in Oklahoma. I'd rather live up around like North Carolina, up in the Appalachian Mountains, up in the mountains.
And me, I guess I'm just so used to Oklahoma that
She likes to be on the flats, flatlanders. Oklahoma's a flatlander.
yeah, but in the mountains it's a lot harder to do homesteading and stuff because of the hills and you don't your pins are cockeyed. They're going to be going down like this instead of like this. So or like this in a way. So it's just like your animal pins are not going to be level. They're going to be all everywhere. Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with change, Piggy. Nothing wrong with change. Um, you know, that's one of the reasons why we're doing what we're doing is for a bit of a change. Yes, it's still in Oklahoma, but it's for now. You know, who knows? Later on, we might decide to move to another state. It's just going to be one of them things. You know, we figure out as we go on, as the time goes on. You know, there's nothing wrong with making a change in your life, if it's whether it's moving or some new job, you know, something else. You know, but just this is best for your family. That's you know, that's the way I see it anyway. And you know, Pooch, there are some people that feel that way. My aunt feels the same way. She's where she's living now. She don't want to leave.
And to the Pooch, I did live in Texas as well at one point.
Well, Piggy, you'll eventually find some place that you're like that with. But yes, it does take time and finding the right spot. Um, whether it's in the same state you're in or whether or not it's in another state, you know, you just guys have to look around and find something you think you'll like, and then see if you like it, and then, you know, eventually you may feel that way. Yes, Piggy, you know, that's another thing too, you know, it's where he leads us. Um,
And if you do move out here, you got to be careful because we do have a lot of tornadoes that hits out here.
yeah, there are some towns that are more prone to tornadoes than others. That we have what they call a tornado alley, because there are two towns in particular that have been hit multiple times in the same area. I mean, it's like the tornado has literally taken the path down the same road each time. It has, and they've had to rebuild multiple times. Particularly where we are right now, yeah, we'll see a bit of rotation, and one might touch down outside of town and hit parts of outside of town, but like particularly in town, they don't generally hit. It's been over 50 years since the last one touched down in town. I don't know. I know it's over 50 years. I just don't know exactly how long. But so there are some areas that are less prone to them, and then there are areas that are more prone to them. It just depends on where you locate yourself in Oklahoma. Well, that's all you can do, Piggy. You know, if it's your time, it's your time. If it's not, it's not. Uh, well,
I gotta get my glasses to see.
well, we both had a brush with it ourselves. Um, but you know, it's like I said, if it's your time, it's your time. Um, Nothing you can do about it, really. Uh, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way we are full blown prone to them, but most of the time they steer clear. So,
And too, being when I've been on the fire department here where we're at, I finally got to see my first ever tornado.
there are certain areas out here that are wide open, but not everything's. I mean, it is a small town, um, but you know, every place is different. I mean, we do have a lot of farm land around here.
And two, it's two where everybody knows everybody, and with that, everybody's almost related to a person some by marriage by.
It's like half the town is related to.
Yeah, half the town's related to one half, and
the other another part of half the town is related to the other half of town.
Yeah,
it's weird. So yeah, it's time for a change. And, you know, whether or not I'm pretty sure it's time to make that move, but I just hope I'm not wrong. Like you said, Piggy, there is a time for it, and there's a time not for it. But this may be our only chance and option. That's why we're kind of, I guess you could say, testing the waters in a way. But it is hard to find a job that will work with my son's doctor's appointments, and with him being so far away, it makes it harder and it takes more gas. So.
And two, even been been once been on the fire department. I've seen the devil work firsthand. What it does, especially like house fires, and Rex see their work firsthand on that stuff. So all like with fires, we have more of what you call grass fires than we do the wrecks and house fires.
You know, then there's no sense in really freaking out like some people do. They freak out a little too much and cause harm to themselves, panic, or, but you know, I'm one of those odd ones that just stand out in the yard and watch the bad weather. It's like, because in a way, I know we're blessed in that way, to where it just kind of goes around us. And so I'm the oddball who will sit on their front or back porch and just watch the weather, watch the bad weather. If it's going to lightning, it's going to lightning. You know, there's a little rotation near us. You know, because he called me one day when he had to go to the fire station because of the weather and stuff, storm watch and everything. He called me freaking out, and he's like, "Get to the fire station meeting." I'm like, "Oh my lord!" I was actually talking to her neighbor. I'm like, "Why are you freaking out on me?" I said, I'm okay." So it's just like we're kind of opposite in that area. He tends to freak out a little bit more, and I'm more of the,
Easy.
you know, it's what's gonna happen. So what's gonna happen. So if a tornado takes me away, a tornado takes me away. I mean, it just means it's my time is all, you know.
And too though, and tell you what those type of winds can leave a skid mark on some clothes.
Okay, Booch, why'd you make a mess? John said you made a mess. Lazy little girl. You just want attention. Everybody has their opinions on it, though, and it's like I said, it depends on where they feel comfortable, you know, where God leads them to. Like I said, I mean, I hope I'm not missing ours. You know what I mean? Because I mean, there's times that you think it's the right time and it's not. But I guess we need to go to the store then, Pooch, to get your brownie then. I mean, I got some generic ones, but you know, not everybody likes generic. Well, I'm sure it did, Biggie. I'm sure it did. You know, you never know what's going to happen with people. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can happen to people. And you know, the way I hit my head one time when we were playing softball and busted it open, I should have been dead, but I'm not. I'm still here. Oh, and that's being ran over by a guy who's built like the Jolly Green Giant.
And I should have
smooth over.
And for me, I should have been gone when I had my motorcycle wreck.
Yeah, that's just one. And that was, he happened to have that right in front of me. And so yeah, I'm not liking the fact that he wants to get another bike, which won't be for a good long while before he gets another one.
And to the Pooch, we've been trying to talk. Some of us been trying to talk to our fire chief to get us one with the cannon, water cannon on it.
Oh, it's just he's scratching the door. I guess your dad let her in his room, so that's probably what it was. She
And
tends to.
I just want to let you know too, babe. It's past our supper time.
Oh yeah, we did talk clear past it, didn't we? Whoops! I guess we got to chatting too much.
Yeah. Talking about farts and
tornadoes, all kinds of stuff tonight. I mean, we just all over the board. We can't stick with one subject. I guess that's kind of the consistency of our channel. We never can stay on one subject for too long. You're sending another sidetrack.
Yeah.
Yes, Piggy, it is a good thing. It is a good thing. You know, because if you spend your life in misery, you're going to be miserable, and it's just not good for you. But, you know, laughing like we have tonight, talking about farts and stuff, you know, hey, nothing wrong with that. You need some enjoyment in your life. You know, whether it's talking with good friends, and, you know, close family, friends, you know, whoever. It's, you know, it's always good to have a laugh. Always. Thanks, Biggie.
And to you too, Pooch. That's what we're here for, just to make you feel better.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those ones that, you know, I'm not very funny if I try to be, but as soon as I do something random and out of character, everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, I wasn't trying to be funny. Really. Yes, Piggy, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yes, you guys are family. You know, and family doesn't have to be blood. And sometimes, you know, non-blood people are more family than your family. Depends on your situation. Depends on how your parents grew up and how you grew up, and you know, it's just different variations. But yes, you guys are family. And you know, and like I said, any questions, anything like that, feel free to email us. We don't mind one bit. Yes, full blown, we do too. We do too. And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
So, dog.
Probably messing up all my papers I was going through. I had some papers on the couch that I was going through because of some paperwork we gotta get together for this stuff. So, along with the applications. So, and Baby was over there on the couch and just kind of walking around. Yes, full blown. Yes, and never hesitate to reach out.
Yeah.
You know, if there is a way that we can help you within our means, we will do our best to help you guys out. Like I said, we may not be like some of the other channels or have as much as some of the other channels or something, but we will help you out the best we can within our means. Even if it's just prayer or a hug, makes, you know, we're willing to help you all out the best we can. Oh, well, that's one way of putting it, John. But, you know, we're all brothers and sisters, you know. But yes, you do have the more crazy stepbrother type and the more brotherly type, you know. And siblings do tend to fight. Pinky, I think I have Eileen's.
I think I have his.
I'm not sure if I have you or not.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You do.
Of course, you know, I know Piggy knows about it, and I know Full Blown knows about it. But I also have a Facebook page for my soaps and my sugar scrubs. I haven't been able to post on it like I said I was going to. I just haven't been able to get to it due to some chaos and stuff that I'm having, you know, dealing with other things. So I haven't been able to post on there. Once I do, excuse me, have available, that I'm going to try to get to that as soon as things calm down. So that, if, and like I say, if you are interested, you know, um, we'll be able to see what there is available. And if you have any questions about it, I know that there is one other one that a lot of the YouTubers like too, but every soap maker does theirs differently. Like I don't think she makes the original line, because the original line is not colored, it's not scented, and it's only made with 2 ingredients. Now there are other lye soaps, yes, but it's not what they call the original.
Yeah, Piggy, you are on our page, the Cook Family Homestead Facebook page.
Yes, that is different than our channel name, because I had originally came up with the soap page before we had started our YouTube, and then we decided we wanted to start a YouTube channel and try to do it. And when we went to put in that same name, we found out that somebody else had already had that name, so we were not able to use it. That's why the name of the page for my soaps and the YouTube channel have different names, is because of that reason right there. So y'all might be looking up T&J Homestead, and it's not that on Facebook, because of the fact that, like I said, I had started the soaps and the sugar scrubs before we started the YouTube. And like I said, by the time we got to the name. But that happens. You know, we're not the only one with that name. I mean, there's others out there. May or may not be related to them, just depends. Yes, Pooch, I know I have you.
Oh, bless me.
But that kind of gives you a little bit more insight on why it's 2 different names, and why and like, if you see somebody commenting under Cook Family Homestead, that is generally me, because I tend to run the page. Teddy might say, hey, you got a comment, or you know, he'll help me out that way. But as far as the communication, it's that's me. I think it was you. I think you did like my soap page.
He was,
because I remember now that it came up under my Facebook name first, and then it went to Family Homestead. It kind of switched on me, which happens sometimes. But like I said, it don't matter. I have 3 different pages too. I have my personal page, I have my soap page, and then I have one that is a page for kind of like your blog page. It's free for others to post on, if they want to, like if they're selling something, or you know, just promoting something. It's a way for them to kind of help other people out that are doing it. Because I know we have a young lady that we know that she was trying to get into photography. I don't know if she still is. I think she decided to do a career change. Last post I seen from her. But she was going to do photography, and she was trying to get the word out with that. And so I just told her, I was like, hey, hey, I have this page. You're more than welcome to post on it if you want to help you out. And yes, full blown, it can be. But I might have to get rid of the one page, because anytime anything's posted on it, it's just me and nobody else uses it. Now, as far as the soap page, that is there on purpose because I'm, trying to sell a product. Whether I know anybody buys it, that's up to them. But so far I haven't had. I have a few people that have bought some, but it just like patience getting it out there and working with it. I know making soaps have gotten bigger than they used to be. And I do have a few places here around here that make it also. I know there's a store or not too far from us that makes it. And then there's supposedly another one in town that makes it. And so I'm just, yeah. I mean, competition don't hurt nobody, but it can also, not all the time, but at the same time, if they tend to like one more than the other, yeah, it can hurt you if you're trying to get into a certain business. And that's why I'm trying to kind of mix it up, trying to figure out which way. That's why I'm starting one of my videos. You see me practicing my sewing to get my line straight for quilting and stuff like that. That's why I'm kind of, I guess, testing the waters in a way to see which route I need to go to see which one works better. Or just have a variety of stuff for people. But I'll figure it out eventually. But it will take some time. Okay, that's interesting to know, full blown. But you can only, sometimes we take too big of a bite in things too. And it's more than we can handle. That's why I'm trying. That's why we started the lives every Thursday, to kind of have some consistency in the channel, whether we've had videos coming up or not, because the videos are a little harder to get out right now. But we will start just the regular videos up as soon as we can. It's just be getting to where we can and having that time and consistency in a way. But in a way, having the lives is a way to have some consistency in our on our channel. Lost my train of thought. I know you don't know.
I wasn't really paying attention.
I you hardly ever pay attention. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Yeah, Piggy, you're right about that. But it does take time for a channel to grow, and it does take time for it to get out there. That's why we're just doing what we can right now, and just slowly spreading the word as much as we can, so that there's might be others that want to watch, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, football. I'll have to see if I can't find that one. Because I don't think I have that particular page. I know I have your YouTube page and your personal page. Okay. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong or not, or Piggy. Try to bring up with
Woodworking.
Oh, you're trying to say you're going to try to do a channel with woodworking? Okay, and then, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Teddy was going to get into some leather work, but he kind of figured out that he's not. It's not going to keep his interest, so he decided he wasn't going to do that, which is fine. It's better to figure out in the early stages versus in the long run when it's going to cost you more money, because I know that can be pretty pricey. And that's why when he had asked me about it, I was like, okay, well, we'll get this little kit here and we'll use that as your tester to see if you're going to keep with it. And he tried it a couple of times and he just, not something he's interested in, but it's not for everybody. I mean, that's why we did it the way we did it, so that because that material can be expensive. And that's why leather products go for so high, is because the product itself is high.
And two, since I'm into the model railroading, that's probably going to be my channel that I would do, is the model railroading. Once we get our own place and
It's more settled.
And we're settled where I can do the model railroading.
If we have
the space
to do it, because model railroading does take quite a bit of space, unless you do smaller scales. But even smaller scales can grow and become bigger scales. And what I mean by scales is like the NHOG. Those are what they call scales.
I'm gonna go get it, Pooch, or Peggy.
Some variations.
Variations.
But that's what they call scales. Like G is what they call garden railroad, so that's typically an outside. HO and N are indoors, but you have to have, depending on the size scale you want and how you want your layout, it depends on the size of room you'll need for it. So it's just going to be one of these. That's why we haven't fully got into it yet. Here is because we don't have space. And they go up in size and down in size. They have a wide range of them, size of scales. Okay.
And Piggy,
yeah.
I'm gonna show you one that they call what you call G scale. That some people call them guarding, railroading. This is a G scale.
That's the one I call the garden railroad. It can be indoors too. Typically, people will put it up in the rafter area, like a ceiling area of their home, and have a track going around like that. If it's a town or something, if they do it in just smaller buildings. So if they do it inside, now outside, they'll put the bigger buildings, and they'll have their little wooded areas and things like that. You have more of a layout that way. I've seen people do it over water fountains and things like that. And there are other channels that show you some kind of what layouts look like in a way.
And the next one is what you call an HO scale,
which is about half the size of the G.
That's O scale. This is half the size of O scale.
Yeah, half the size of an O scale.
This is what you call a G scale. No, not a G scale, an HO scale. And then the next one is going to be what you call it N scale.
And that one's, well, and I don't know if y'all can see it in a way. It's half the size of the
Half the, here you go. Half the size of each other.
Yeah. And they get smaller than the N scale. Talking about having to fix the what they call trucks and the
and two, there's a size smaller than half the size of this one.
Yeah, they get smaller. Trying to imagine fixing the parts on that one. The N scale is hard enough to fix. That's cool for one. But he might be starting a channel on that eventually. But that, like I said, that's going to take some time and have to be a little more. We will. It's like I said, it's just going to take some time to where we can have, we have some of the stuff, but we don't have. We kind of have to pace ourselves because if we buy it from a hobby shop or something like that, it's more expensive than if we go to trade shows. The trade shows are cheaper than the hobby shops, and they only do them certain times of the year, and of course you have to have the money to do it. So just I think the last one was in Bixby, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes, pick a little at a time. Of course, we're finding newer and cheaper ways to do it. So some of the materials, we'll have to buy. Like, say, if we want to build a bridge or a waterfall or something like that, then yeah, we'll need some wood and things, rocks and things like that, to help build that bridge. But we'll get there eventually. It's going to take some time, and he may document the start and the end of it. Yes, well, Vern, you're right. There is no time frame. No time frame on that. Because like I said, just a lot of the time, find it when we can. And like I said, they have the train shows certain times of the year. And so we'll go to those sometimes and see if there's anything that we like or can use at them. And it's cheaper. And they'll make deals with you too. That's how we met one of our good friends too. It's kind of funny because we're kind of going in a circle, and then they're just kind of picking at each other, going like this and stuff.
And too, Piggy, a lot of people scratch builds their own buildings, bridges, stuff like that. They scratch build. And two, with the book I got here, Walther's reference book, you can get everything you need.
You can get parts for them. You can even get engines and cars through them too, if you want to. But like I said, sometimes doing it that way can be more costly. Where in the engines and cars through them. Now the parts are a little bit different, and it price varies depending on size also. Because some of the scales are cheaper than others, and you would think that the N scale would be cheaper than the HO, but it's not. That's not accurate. The HO is actually cheaper than the N scale, and definitely cheaper than the G scale.
The HO scale is more popular than the rest as a scale wise.
Yes, Piggy, there is a lot of free material laying around outside. And we'll incorporate that into the um, layouts once we get them done. But it's gonna be a little at a time. It's not gonna be all at once because that can overwhelm a person too. Because then he might decide he wants it a different way instead of have right now he might have it one way in his head, and then he'll get what they call a pre-layout, where you just kind of lay some of the stuff down and kind of place it where you want before you actually glue it to the table itself, so it does not move. And
I'll be back.
Then that's what they do. They'll kind of lay it out where they think they want it, and he might change his mind and say, "No, I don't want that here. I want this here instead." So that's why they do the pre-layouts. Yes, you can. You can also whittle too. It's a way of carving. I do know a little bit about that myself, but sometimes with his difference, he thinks he wants to do something, and then he can lose interest in it the next day or next month. You never know. But trains are actually definitely one of his things he has stuck with the longest. Well, he made a table for the
in scale
that's actually pretty sturdy. It doesn't look the best, but it's doggone sturdy. So yeah, like I said, I've done a little bit myself, just the basics really, but there's different ways of doing it. We'll eventually get it the way he wants it. It's just time, time and money basically. But because things ain't free.
Mm-hmm.
You might have an occasions where, like our first train show we went to, there was a car that he was looking at, just kind of see what we're just kind of looking around, getting some ideas and seeing what we might want and everything. He was looking at this one specific car that took up, I think, two
spaces on his table.
Yeah, and the guy just said, "Take it, and get it out of here." We offered to pay him, but he didn't want us to.
And met a guy that had a booth up there who lives in the next town over. We became real good friends, and we hung out. They called us up and come out, have a friends and family get together at their houses, and then not long, about months later, they offered us to be in. He has a model railroad club that he had before, and yeah, I offered me and the wife here as a members, as model railroading members.
Yeah.
But that's what we are, model railroading members, where we can.
Yeah, but due to COVID, it's kind of hard to get everybody together to have the meetings and stuff. A lot of people are still skeptical and don't want to get out of the house, or they're just don't want to be around each other, or if you don't have the shot, they don't want to be around you, or they feel like they have to wear a mask all the time. We're one of those ones, it's you're free of choice. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't, you don't. We don't. It doesn't really bother us because regardless of whether you get the shots or not, you're just still susceptible to getting it. From what I understand, the shot just lessens the effects, lessens the effects of it. And we really don't know. I don't want one myself because I don't know what's in them, and I don't want medical problems in the long run because of something they decided to inject me with. Because it's just there's nothing natural about it. I mean, used to they, to get rid of the smallpox, they would have a little bit of smallpox in it in the vaccine itself to help get rid of the smallpox. Nowadays, it's all synthetics, so we don't know exactly what's in there. But I mean, that's just the way I feel about it myself. Others, freedom of choice. They want it, they want it. They don't know. Yes, Piggy, you're right. It's a good excuse for people not to for people not being around each other anymore. Yes, it can. I mean, I know people who have died after getting the shot and still getting COVID. And I have known people who have died without, that didn't get the shot and still died. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter. It just freedom of choice. That we're the ones that. Oh my goodness, we have been on here for 2 hours. I really did not know that. Dang, we got linked to get tonight. I'm sorry, folks. We could probably keep it for somebody else's channel or going to bed or relax or supper. That's my cue right there. Somebody's getting hungry, and we do have an early date tomorrow because we got to be at the doctor's office at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we do need to go. I do apologize, folks, for keeping you for so long. We do appreciate you stopping in. We hope you enjoyed, and we will keep you posted on what's going on the best we can. And yes, yeah, his stomach's getting the best of him right now. I think I hear it growling. So yeah, I gotta get him some supper
and have a good night and sleep tight and have good dreams and Pooch, take your medicine. Like Miss Purdy said, she's gonna be on you if you don't.
Make sure you take care of yourself. It's important. That's all I ask him every day if he's taking his B12.
And also though, Pooch, I've been checking for it to get here.
Yeah, he's kind of upset. I'm like, well, he might sent it yet, babe. He's been kind of busy.
And I gotta find that shirt that she put out that you gave us at the Shoot Dang Fest.
Well, that's when we thought things were gonna go one route and it didn't. So yeah, I gotta unpack it.
I wear that to soccer all the time. If I didn't not get it dirty, I've been wearing it.
It was kind of brown one day from working outside so much. I had to do a good wash on it. Felt like the baby spitting up on his clothes.
And too, though, Pooch, my dad has subscribed to you. I told him about your channel. We'll be keeping a lookout for it too, though, Pooch. Yeah, and we do appreciate it.
Hey, it's okay. We totally understand. It's fine. Just when you have the time, bud. When you have the time.
And when you get the time, but we be thinking about you.
Yeah, we will definitely be praying for you, bud. And we do hope y'all have a good night.
Good night to y'all. And
we'll see y'all later. I've got to get supper made.
Good night, y'all.
Night.